Hello, everyone, and welcome to another great, glorious day. Well, I hope you're having one at least. Mine's alright, Easter break's pretty good so far. And, yeah, happy Easter to everyone. And, today I thought I'd do a very special One Piece video since the new release of chapter, what even is it? 1080? I don't read the manga, but I just watched a video on it. Pretty interesting stuff, Woohoo, garb. And, yeah, pretty much all the Blackbeard Pirates have devil fruits been revealed now, which is, wow, cool. So, yeah, I was going to go over all the Titanic Captains, plus the Admiral, Blackbeard, and, just kind of go over, who they are, what's their devil fruit, all that jazz. Yeah, you can see all of them here. So, how about we start with the first captain? Oh. Jesus Burgess, or Jesus Burgess, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce it. I think they pronounce it Jesus, so I'm just going to say Jesus. Yeah, I really like Jesus, personally. Well, But, Jesus, I think he was, the first dude to join Blackbeard's crew. Blackbeard, I think he's, Blackbeard's, I don't know, he might be his left hand, because I know Shiryu is, his right hand, I think. Yeah, Jesus is, based off Mexican wrestlers, pretty obvious. And to, coincide with that, he has the buff fruit, which was recently revealed. Pretty basic devil fruit, it just makes him extra strong. But when I mean, strong, really strong, he lifted a mountain very casually. Yeah, very high level of strength we're going for here. I'm turning on my fan because I'm pretty hot. But, yeah, being able to lift a mountain, pretty strong, I would think, I wonder if he could bench press a mountain. Probably. That's probably how he works out anyway. And, Jesus Burgess was already superhumanly strong. So the buff fruit just enhances that to even more superhuman. He was able to lift a house before he had his devil fruit. At least I assume. I think he got it after Dressrosa because he was trying to go for the flame fruit there. Yeah. Well, that's Jesus Burgess. Not much to really go off of, and his devil fruit's pretty basic, but I like it. I like the simpleness, Anyway, how about we move on to Blackbeard's second Titanic Captain, Shiryu of the Rain fruit, or something along that line, but instead he got a pretty cool one, the clear fruit, which was owned by the stupid lion dude, Absalom, whatever his name was. I don't really like. Thrill Bark was okay, but no one remembers Absalom, and I think I don't think I have any Absalom fans in my my channel, so I can just say this: Absalom wasted his fruit pretty much to be a little perverted. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into that. Pretty much, yeah. So much better hands with Shiryu, I think, and yeah, pretty basic ability, turn invisible. That's it. Really, I would eat this devil fruit if someone was like, "Hey, take this devil fruit," and it's the fruit that turns you invisible. Hey, yeah, I would munch that thing down, Anyway, the third Titanic Captain is Van Augur. Van Augur is, well, just awesome, and hang on, my dog left the door open. So Van Augur. He's the best sniper in the One Piece world. Sorry, Usopp. Yeah. Also, you'll kind of find a trend here. Some of these people are kind of evil versions of the Straw Hat. So, I think Shiryu's evil Zoro, Van Augur's obviously Usopp, because Usopp's going to fight him. Pretty clear. He has a gun. Usopp has a slingshot, Uh, yeah, Van Augur's pretty cool. Uh, his devil fruit's really overpowered. He's the warp fruit. He can basically teleport himself and anyone else somewhere. Like, the limit of this fruit is not that known because it's kind of recently been revealed, but he teleported pretty far distances, I think. Yeah, but it's not limited to. I don't think. Maybe it might be limited to eyesight, but his eyesight's like one of the best in the series. So that it would it's probably really really far. I would assume so at least. Anyway, that's Van Augur. How about we move to old Catman? Yeah, when I heard that this dude was in the I forgot that this dude was in the Titanic Captains. I just kind of erased him from my memory, I guess, after Marineford. I guess I just didn't pay attention to this dude. I don't know why, because my attention was at an all-time high in Marineford. But yeah, Abilaro Pizarro, his name's kind of hard. His backstory basically was, he was a king, but he did some not good stuff. No, we don't really know what he did, but yeah. And his fruit was actually recently revealed. It's the Island fruit. I made this video a day late. I was thinking about doing a video like this before the fruits were revealed, So, I'm a little mad because I don't get to theorize. I think it would have been cool if, I don't know, introduce old fruits back into the series, like Mr. Five's bomb fruit. I feel like that would have been cool with him. I don't know why I thought that he should have it. But basically the Island fruit, it's better. It's Pegasus fruit, pretty much. Dressrosa, the stone dude who turned himself into the island. Pretty OP fruit. This dude's fruit is better in every way. So, I'm not really sure the limits of this, kind of like Van Augur's, but, I think he can, feel everything on the island and, travel on any, island he's in. So, Blackbeard's main operations is this place called, I think it's called Full of Lead. Like a old Western movie. But, yeah, that's where he's occupying right now. And he, was able to feel stuff, that Kobe ran away. And he was able to, go through the floors and stuff. So, this fruit's kind of confusing. I think I need more clarification on this as we go throughout the series, because I don't really know the limits of this fruit, but I could be all day, I could speculate all day on what this fruit is. So yeah, I think that's all we've seen of the fruit so far, but maybe we'll get more clarification on this fruit. Alright, next is the 5th Titanic Captain, Lafayette. He's alright. His backstory is that he was an old sheriff of this town, and I believe it was the West Blue, but I'm not sure. I forgot to go over where everyone's from. I think Abilaro is North Blue. Who's the king in the North Blue? Van Augur is from the East. Kind of weird that Yassop, Usopp, and Van Augur, some of the best snipers ever came from there. Arguably Lucky Roo, the fat dude who I think he had the first murder in the series, But yeah, that's Lafayette's backstory. We don't know much about Lafayette, I don't think. And he's the only devil fruit we don't know, I think. I mean, we've seen it in action, kind of. He can turn his arms into wings. I'm not I think he has an angel fruit, maybe not. Maybe it may be a Marco situation where he can just turn his hit different parts of his body into birds. So bird parts. So maybe a pigeon dove fruit, because he's known as the demon sheriff. So I think a dove would work pretty good. Also an angel though. I don't know. It's so confusing. If he was an angel, I think he would have arms. So I'm leaning towards bird fruit model pigeon. But I really don't know. So I'll save this for the future. So all right, next we got the Katarina Devon, the only female of the group. Oh, how pretty she is. Yeah, she kills any. So basically, I think they're setting her up for either Nami or Robin. I think it's I maybe Robin because both devil fruit users. But yeah. So Katarina Devon's very dark. Basically she kills girls pretty much that she thinks are more beautiful than her. Yeah, bit gruesome. I'm leaving out a little bit of context, but I don't want to get too gruesome for the squeamish like myself. And but I will talk about her devil fruit, the dog fruit model nine-tailed fox. Dang, that's a mouthful. But yeah, she can turn into a nine-tailed fox and turn into anyone. That's how she fooled Gecko Moria, I think. Yeah, she turned into Absalom and then was like, haha, it's me, the Katarina Devon, you know. It's a pretty good fruit, I think. It's basically better Bon Clay. That's coincidentally that's two we've had already. So Abelaro Pizarro is better Pika. This one's better Bon Clay. I'd rather eat that one than Bon Clay's clone fruit, I think. But yeah, that's basically all we've seen of her fruit. We've only seen it for like a glimpse second, I think. Yeah. Alright. Next we're on to the 7th Titanic Captain, San Juan Wolf. I love this dude's design. He's shaped like an onion. This is a case like Lafayette where we know we knew, I should say, because we know his devil fruit now. But we like knew he had a devil fruit because this dude's huge. I think to measure out his size, he was a little like a couple. I don't really know, but he was like a little shorter than the top of Marineford, and that's like a huge tower. So, yeah, this dude's a giant, right? I'm just gonna go out and say it. He ate the big fruit, which he can control his size. I think we could gather that already, you know. This fruit allows him to change, I guess, his size from normal size to this size, where I think I don't know how tall he is, but I do know he's at least as tall as the Empire, like 3 Empire State Buildings stacked upon each other. That's terrifying. Oh my gosh. As you can see in this image, he's standing above the water. A bit confusing, you know, since he's a devil fruit user and it kind of drains his strength. But I guess he can breathe still, but after a while he's not going to be able to move. Yeah, that's San Juan Wolf. The biggest member, I think. I know, you know. So I left this out. I was about to move on, but this dude's a giant already, so he's probably huge still. He's 99 because giants live longer than humans. In the One Piece world at least, but he's a regular giant who ate the big fruit. That's how he's able to grow massively in size. So yeah, that's San Juan Wolf. Oh, next is Vasco Shaw, the 8th Titanic Captain. This dude interests me so much. The original reason why I wanted to make the what could Blackbeard's or Blackbeard Pirates, and like I really wanted to theorize about this dude's fruit. I was gonna theorize it maybe like these are not my ideas, but I like these ideas before it was revealed what his fruit was, which I'll get into in just a sec. But I like the idea of him having an ectoplasm Logia fruit, because we haven't seen a lot of Logia, so like green, you know, the Slimer from Ghostbusters, pretty much like that. And I don't like this idea that much, but maybe a dizzy fruit, maybe. The fruit we did get was actually not that bad. It was the Glut fruit, which, uh, interesting name, you know. We haven't seen much of this fruit, so we still don't know, like, the limits of it. But we did see him floating on bubbles that San Juan Wolf made while he was sleeping. So maybe he can control, like, alcohol or something. But I don't think it's a Logia, because it might be, like, Mr. Three's wax fruit or Magellan's poison fruit. It might be one of those where it's like, sorry, it's like a paramecium, but it can't turn your body into it, so, like, control alcohol. Maybe that's the case, but bubbles are very different from alcohol, you know? Oh, man, my bad. Yeah, I really don't know all that much. I am excited for this, because I don't know why I love Vasco Shot so much. Maybe it's his laugh. You know, he goes, tapu, tapu, tapu. I love that laugh. That's all we really know about Vasco Shot, though. We don't really know all that much about him. I really want to know more about him, but I really don't think we're gonna get that much info on him. And fun fact, this dude's actually taller than Katakuri, and Katakuri's tall, like really tall. I think he's like 18 feet, Katakuri. I think Vasco Shot's like 19 feet tall. It's huge. All right. The 9th Titanic Captain, Doc Q. I'm sorry, I forgot his name. I think this dude's setting up to be evil Chopper because he's a doctor. He's a doctor who ate the sick fruit, and yeah. So, also, a fun fact about Doc Q: this dude's 28 years old. Yeah, he looks like, I don't know, maybe 60 years old, but no, he's only 28, which is roughly the same age as Lucci, pre-time skip. Yeah, maybe that's a downfall, the sick fruit. So, yeah, I haven't even delved into the powers yet. The sick fruit can, I don't really know what this, so, the sick fruit can create diseases of your making, pretty much, which is really overpowered, I think. So, when, Blackbeard was fighting Trafalgar Law, Doc Q made this disease called the gender swap. I turn into a woman or man disease, depending on gender. So everyone who was a guy on his crew turned into a woman, and I think there was like a woman who turned into a man. I'm not really sure if Trafalgar Law has a girl on his crew. He probably does, though. But yeah, I don't really know. This dude's fruit's so overpowered. In my opinion, could he make like a if you breathe you die disease and you just die? I don't know. I don't know if that's the limit of his fruit or what the limit is, but I think he ate the fruit pre-time skip because that explains why he's so sick all the time. That's the downside of the fruit. It makes you sick. That's I don't think that's not my idea because I've heard of that before. I think it's from YouTuber Teching. That dude's great. Watch his videos. He made a Blackbeard Pirates video too. But that's all we really know about Doc Q. And how about we get on to the horse he's riding on, Stronger, the real best member of the team. You know he's your favorite member. You know it. So I can't believe this, but Stronger ate the mythical Zoan fruit, the Pegasus fruit. Yeah. Stronger is the rarest type of devil fruit so far. Up there with, Kaido and, spoiler alert, Luffy and, Katarina, Yeah, a horse ate a freaking mythical Zoan that allows him to fly. Yeah, that's all we know about Stronger, but, God, I love Stronger. I love him so much. Anyway, Next, we move on to maybe the 10th Titanic Captain. Yeah, this dude, Kuzan, who was the former admiral, or a former admiral of the Marines. I'm not sure if he's been confirmed to be the 10th Titanic Captain, but I think it's pretty obvious that he is, because he's been hanging out with Blackbeard, you know? Like, I don't think he actually joined Blackbeard's crew. I think he may be a member of Sword, because he explained what Sword was to Blackbeard when Kobe said he was a part of it. But I don't know. I don't know if it's been confirmed or not. But like I said, he's a former admiral of the Marines, and one of the most powerful characters, I think. Actually, fun fact, his fruit actually, he can walk on water pretty much because he ate the chili fruit. He can control the element of cold, not ice. I used to think it was ice, and I really wouldn't blame you if you thought it was ice, because this image, and of course this one where he seen freezing his body. Nobody actually controls the element of cold, but he can like freeze the water and walk on it, ride his bike, whatever. I really like Kuzan, or Aokiji, whatever you go with. He's one of the good admirals, and like I said, I really don't think that he's joined up with Blackbeard. Like, that would be a crazy character turn if he did. That's Aokiji. Really not sure if it's confirmed, but I'm pretty sure it is. And, this dude has a Logia. I forgot to mention that. This dude's really overpowered. So, next, that's all the Titanic captains. And, now we move on to the Admiral, the big man himself, Marshall D. Teach, a.k.a. Blackbeard. What's there to really say about Blackbeard? We all saw his upbringing. He killed his Whitebeard. He was a part of the Blackbeard Pirates for a long time, and he killed his former. He killed a crewmate, Thatch, for his devil fruit. Quote, devil fruits, actually, which is, he's got 2 devil fruits. No one really knows how he has 2 devil fruits. All the explanation we've gotten is, his body's kind of weird, Watch out for that Marshall D, the first devil fruit he got was the dark fruit, which is a Logia that is the only intangible, where it doesn't allow intangibility. But, that's what I was going at. It's the only Logia that doesn't allow intangibility. It just allows you to suck in people and negate their devil fruit powers, which is what he did with Ace. And the second fruit we saw him get, but we don't know how he got it. It was Whitebeard's Tremor fruit, which is the strongest paramecia, it said. Ooh, spooky. So it allows him to create earthquakes in like the air and the ground, that's Marshall D, What are you gonna do? I'm excited for the fight with, Luffy and him are gonna fight, because he's like pretty much the main bad guy. Maybe M. Maybe M. But that's Marshall D, Watch out for Marshall D. He might come after you one day. Oh, yeah. So that's all the Blackbeard Pirates. It's the Blackbeard Pirates. Like if you enjoyed the video, I'll do more One Piece videos. I really like One Piece, and that's all I really have to say about this topic. Goodbye, everyone, and I'll see you again later.